Hey guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Masterpiece MP-60 Cybertron Commander Ginrai, the 100th Masterpiece release and also the final Masterpiece release, because after this figure, they're unifying everything under MPG. So this is the final figure released under the banner Masterpiece. I was originally just going to skip this figure altogether and just get the Super Ginrai version. But if this is the final figure in this line that I've been collecting for years now, it felt appropriate for me to get the last figure, so I felt like I had to. So here is Transformers MP-60. Box art right here, Ginrai. His robot mode, his vehicle mode, the God Master or Power Master. I'll talk about that in a minute. Transformers Masterpiece, Transformers Takara Tomy, 40th Anniversary, T-Spark is now part of the unifying all their collectors brands under T-Spark. Transformers Masterpiece, Cybertron Commander Ginrai, vehicle mode, blast effects, guns, the God Master power-up, Ginrai, the contents of the box, the side of the box. Before I get into anything, for those of you who might be looking at this and saying to yourself, that looks a lot like Optimus Prime. When the original toy was designed, it was Power Master Optimus Prime. It was supposed to be a new take on Optimus Prime. When Japan got that figure and they made their show Super God Master Force, because Power Master Prime has no animation fixtures, only in the comic books. When Japan made the show Super God Master Force, around episode 10, he's introduced. And they make him a new character who just happens to look like Optimus Prime named Ginrai. And he ends up becoming the main protagonist after that episode. So the reason he looks like Optimus Prime and is not named Convoy or Optimus Prime is because he is actually a different character, Ginrai. This is actually Ginrai. And this is just a battle suit. I'll talk about that in a second. So now for those of you who are confused, he's a separate character, just happens to look like Optimus Prime. Whereas in American fiction, this toy was originally Optimus Prime, but in Japan, it's a separate character. And most people use Ginrai for this design because that's actually the one with lore to it, whereas Power Master Prime is really just a toy with some comic book fiction. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is Ginrai, not Optimus Prime. To clarify for those of you who are confused. One other thing I wanted to show you guys is I normally don't do this or go over the packaging or the interior packaging, but the instructions actually have something neat in them. So if we go through the instruction booklet, and with Masterpiece figures, or really collector's figures in general, I do keep the packaging, but here's the artwork. It looks really nice. He actually has a booklet, which is cool. But if you go through the instructions here, you see concept art of Power Master Prime and God Ginrai and prototype images. You actually see 1 through 100 of the MP figures. So I'll give you a couple seconds to look at each page. And if you want to pause the video to look at it, you can, but I'm not going to show you like all the instructions, but it's really cool how they, with the 100th release, they cataloged every single MP release. And it stops at number 100 with Ginrai. So, I think that's really cool. Now, them folding everything into MPG after 100 releases is a little bizarre to me. But I don't know. I don't know why they're doing it. I'm not going to question why they're doing it. I'm just going to keep collecting the line because it's my favorite figure line ever. And if it's just a name change like the leaks we just got suggest, then I'm all for it continuing under MPG. Even though so far MPG has been not great for me, but I don't have Super Ginrai yet. He has been ordered as of this video. So I will be reviewing him. Don't you worry. Now the box is closed. Let's actually talk about the figure. So here's the Transtector. And here is Ginrai himself. So as I was stating, in America, this was Haikyuu and this is Optimus Prime. in Japan, that doesn't work that way. So like Headmasters, Power Masters, the actual character, this is actually Ginrai. This is the actual character. And he's human. He's a human being, and he links up with this to become an Autobot. This is really just a piece of armor. In America, this is an alien who binds with Optimus Prime. I don't know the American fiction all that well because I wasn't alive for it. I've watched a little bit of Super Guy Master Force, but like I said, this is the actual character, and this is just a transdector. So this is the God Master Ginrai or Power Master Haikyuu. He has a 360 on his arms, can go up and down the shoulders, legs go forward and back, knee, ankle pivot. That's about it. He's mostly just an accessory. He had an engine block on his back, so that's neat. My copy can't stand particularly well. I don't typically keep him in this mode anyway, but if you want to display him like this, you might want to display him like that, standing on there. Now let's talk about the truck mode. He looks great. He looks like an Optimus Prime truck because, like I said, he was designed to be Optimus Prime until they turned him to a separate character. But it looks very nice. The front is metal, so this guy actually has some weight to him despite his smaller than expected size for a Cybertron Commander, Autobot leader. But, you know. And he also comes with these two blast effects, which... what'd you think they could do? But now let's go ahead and talk about the transformation. Oh, well, he also rolls very well. I won't be talking about the super combination in this video because I can't. I will when I talk about Super Ginrai. So to transform this, we're going to straighten on his arms, flip his legs up, turn them, fold them up, and then fold the feet down. Then he becomes the engine block. And he connects right there, which will start unlocking his transformation. It pushes that bar out. I don't actually know on this figure what this unlocks. I just know you're supposed to do it. So now I'm going to fold down his legs, pull these pieces down, and rotate the feet up. And then we'll go ahead and fold the trailer pieces in. And now he's standing. So, next up, we're going to... let's go ahead and just get that out of the way now, make things a little easier. Fold these pieces in like that. Push the gas tanks back. Fold these pieces up. And we're just going to start kind of like finagling things. So yeah, you just kind of unhook it. It is a little awkward, I won't lie. But then just straighten out the arms like that. And then while you're back here, you want to... there's these two little tabs on his sides. You want to fold those out. And then these silver pieces down here will push forward, which I have a little bit of trouble with because I kind of have big hands, but it's easier to... the instructions have you do that later. I find it like last. I find it easier to just do it now while you have everything open. Then we'll straighten the arms up like this to fold these bottom pieces in. Straighten the arms out. Same thing over there. Now these tabs will plug into the side right there. All right. Now we'll flip this up, rotate it around, and push it down to straighten out the head. Then all of this will connect back there. All right. Rotate the waist around. And then you can straighten out the legs like this to make them a little bit taller. You don't have to. I think it actually looks more natural being down there. Flip out the skirt to pull those wheels out to get the legs in a stance you want them in. Then last but not least, open up his hands, or open up his arms to rotate the hands out. And there we have Ginrai in his robot mode. He looks awesome. And the transformation is actually a whole lot of fun. A lot of the latest Masterpiece figures, like, for example, Hoist, who I haven't reviewed yet, but I do have him. And just to say, I'm probably not going to review him, but he is pretty good. I just, I haven't really messed with a lot of the new ones as much lately because their transformations, to be honest, are really panely and they're not as fun as they used to be. This guy brings it back to a transformation scheme I thought was a lot more fun. I really think after like MP-45, transformations started to become less fun, at least for me. They look great. Like, the figures look awesome, and I love displaying them, but like Starscream I haven't touched in like 3 years. But regardless, Ginrai's transformation is a whole lot of fun. I love converting him back and forth. I think it's fun to do. It's clean. He looks great. However, MP-60 is more toy-based, whereas the MP-G09, which also comes with this figure, which we'll talk about again when we do MP-G09, is more show-accurate. So, there you go. That's the two differences right there. Articulation-wise, his head is on a full 360. It can look up. It can't really look down. He does have a butterfly joint, which is pretty cool. Is full 360 at the arms. He has a double shoulder joint. That one's probably for transformation, but you can use it if you want to pose him. Can turn at the bicep. Big elbow joint. Wrist rotation. His hands open and close. Waist swivel. He has a rocker. He does have an ab crunch. That can happen sometimes. It doesn't happen too often on my copy. But it also happened on the original toys. Just be careful. If you pull the skirt out, his legs can do the splits, but they have like kind of like old Titans Return figures or Combiner Wars figures where like there's no like in between the A stance and the straight. So it just feels like a big gap there. It's really weird. I mean, Combiner Wars Prime, if you guys ever handled that figure, you know what I'm talking about, had that like weird thing. I don't know why they did it like that, but he can do the splits forward and back. And he has like this. Like his legs can go down further too. It's strange. Turn at the thigh. He's got a knee joint out there, and he's got a double knee joint, which you can unlock, which I think is for the Super Ginrai transformation. I don't know. Again, I don't have Super Ginrai. His legs can go forward and back, and he's got an ankle tilt. So he has got a lot of articulation. He can do a whole lot of posing. And of course, he's got these guns, which, typical Masterpiece tab into the hand, close around him. They're big, but that's just how Ginrai's guns work. They're just big. And unfortunately, you can't really store them on him, and you can kind of put them on the back of his leg. But because he doesn't have a trailer or nothing, it's kind of hard to store the guns on him. Because I'd rather him just hold one. But, All right, now I'm keeping him with the two. But this guy's great. I love him a lot. If this is the mold they're ending the original Masterpiece line with, then they went out with a banger. I think he's fantastic. He's honestly, though, if you just want MP-60 versus MP-G09, you're better off getting MP-G09 because he has the full trailer, because he has the full super mode, and because God Bomber is coming out and will combine with him. Only get this guy if you really need every single MP release. Or if you want to use this guy for Super Ginrai and make him more toy accurate. So, because Super Ginrai comes with a sticker sheet that makes him look more toy accurate, and you can use this mold and extra pieces to make it look more toy accurate. So if you want a toy accurate Power Master Optimus Prime, you're going to need to get this. If you just want the mold, just get the Super Ginrai version. Not knocking this figure at all. If you just want the cab part, don't care about Super Ginrai, then yeah, absolutely get this version. But I feel like you get more bang for your buck with the Super Ginrai, especially if you want God Ginrai, you're going to need to get Super Ginrai. So, really, my recommendation is just get Super Ginrai. I love this figure. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I think he's awesome. I'm really glad I own him, especially as a Masterpiece collector. Getting the final release in the original line was kind of a necessity for someone like me. But if you're just somebody who wants the mold, you are probably better off just getting Super Ginrai. And I will be reviewing him. Don't worry. I did order him. I think he'll be here next week. But until then, this is what I got to work with. And I do like him a lot. I think he's a great final piece to end the Masterpiece line with. And while we're here, before I go, I want to just show a quick progression. So just give me a moment. Yeah, there's a lot in my hand right now. Here we have the very first Master... I'll raise the camera in a moment. So we got MP-01, the first Masterpiece. MP-10, which started our scale. MP-44, which is the more show-accurate way we were leaning toward. And the final Masterpiece figure, Ginrai. So you kind of have every generation of Masterpiece here. From the beginning, to the scaling, to the cartoon accuracy, to where it leads into MPG. And this is amazing. This really is a beautiful shot. Yeah, I know this is MP-44S, but you get the idea. Kind of made sense that I have the all-toy colored versions here. This is a wonderful shot. This really shows how far we've gone in Masterpiece. The progression from him to him to him and ending with him is insane. And this shot is more worth it than I thought it would be now that I'm looking at it, because it's the first time I've done this. This is amazing. If you have all three of these, yeah, get it. Just get him. He's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. And if you want to stop watching my reviews here, because I started my channel with Masterpiece. Thank you for watching my channel. I do appreciate all the support that I've gotten over the years. I will be continuing with MPG and further. So if you want to keep continuing, and on Anime Secrets. So if you want to keep supporting me, I really appreciate it. But if this is where you're going to stop because this is the final Masterpiece review, thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, but I'll be continuing. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, and take care.